Good morning, everyone. Friday, the 7th of August, 2026. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing. Starting off, looking at the Synoptic, quite straightforward picture, quite rather similar to yesterday. This area of high pressure still dominating much of the UK, Northern Europe as well, with these lows out to the southwest and northwest. Not expecting any issues from them today, although this approaching cold front may show itself in over the next week or so. We can anticipate a continuation of the high pressure blue conditions, very slack isobars, so light winds, temperature creeping up as well over the next few days. Looking at the set pick for today, just refresh that quickly. You can see clear and much to the south, particularly local to Lasham. Some more cloud out to the north, a little band out here to the almost due north of London there, but nice and blue for us. And as you can imagine, as a result, very little rain indeed. Some bits up to the north, but very, very light showers, and not of concern to us. Met Office rain prediction, if we just run that through as well. Very briefly, you can see some activity to the north, where it was looking a bit cloudier on the sat pick, but not anticipating anything coming our way today. So we should maintain almost perfect clear conditions all throughout the afternoon and evening. Iridium, they've just got an observation out this morning. They're saying 290 degrees, 4 knots for the wind. Cavic with 4 degree split there, 12 with dew point of 8. Farnborough, the TAF is showing 270 degrees, 3 knots, Cavic for much of the day. So fairly simple day from a weather point of view. Spot winds to the south of us, looking at northwesterly, around 5 to 10 knots at flying heights, and to the north westerly or west southwesterly around similar speeds. So general westerly flow no more than about 10 knots at flying height. On the ground, windy here showing a very light westerly flow straight down runway 27, and the local Met Office forecast supporting that, showing around 3 knots for the bulk of the day, increasing ever so slightly into the late evening. Gusts no more than 11 knots. Quite high UV today at 7, consistently there, and reducing humidity. So if you are out in the sun, do take care. GFS supporting the temperature there, showing around 23 degrees in the warmest part of the day, with a dew point of 4. And presently we're up to 14.8, so we're starting to increase temperature quite quickly now, with a dew point there of 9.6. The view on the south side looking west, not a great deal to talk about there, so we'll move on to the cross section on sky side here. Actually, the left hand side of the screen, first and foremost, is an excerpt from the potential flight distance, and just giving a good indication of a large soarable area and much of the country thinning out a little bit to the northwest. On the right hand side here, we have the cross section showing soaring beginning slightly later than perhaps was the case yesterday. The first sort of good window probably from about 11:30 to midday onwards, and that's a reasonably long period, soarable up to 6,000 feet or perhaps even slightly more, showing completely blue locally. And that to some extent is supported by top meteo here, beginning at 10 o'clock local, showing blue thermals up to about 1,200 meters already, so around 3,000 feet by 10 o'clock. Not quite in line with the cross section, so it'll be interesting to see if we reach the trigger temperature in time. And we can see showing remaining blue, some cumulus to the north of the country up towards Manchester and Birmingham, but fairly consistently blue, possibly a tiny bit of cumulus starting to pop mid to late afternoon. NOTAMs, not a great deal of change from yesterday. We've still got the Fairford Transport Mandatory Z and the competitions at Nimsfield and Granston Lodge. As well as that, we're also looking at some danger areas being activated out to the west of the plains there. And of course, if you are flying across country, it's your responsibility to self-brief. So looking now at glider bookings on the club sides, just the one K21 on booked flying today, with two on 5-day courses and a fourth on the casual list. We've got a K13 for trial flights and one on an SPL skills test this afternoon. Got plenty of single seater availability and at the moment only one on the casual list, but we will require an instructor for that. So if anyone is around looking to help, that would be greatly appreciated. Not expecting any movements at this time from 2XL, obviously subject to change. And a reminder there about a Boeing expedition, space is booking up, so don't leave it too late. So in summary, we've got continuing with high pressure dominating. It's going to be predominantly blue today, we think, with a light westerly flow, and therefore we'll use runway 27 with cables on the south side. And as always, do not land or taxi this aircraft across the disused runways shown in red. Here's our effort setup, winching south of the main runway, club area towing on the hard north of the centre line. Grid in the usual place and self launches queued along the Perry track east of the 2-3 threshold. That's all for me this morning. We'll see you out there shortly. It's make the most of today and keep it safe. Thank you.